kings, my queens, my brothers, and my sisters. I greet you all with love and light of the Most High God, the infinite creator, source of all things, source within, in Christ. I thank you for checking your sister out. As you see, I'm lying down, relaxing. I hope all is well with my kings, my queens. My videos are for spiritual, like-minded brothers and sisters, okay? Due to we all having our own personal experiences, you know, due to the spiritual awakening, and, you know, we all having the love for the Most High God and worshiping Him in spirit and in truth in Christ, and just, you know, sharing our experiences and supporting each other. That's what my platform is all about. And for those of you who have been with me thus far, I appreciate you. You are appreciated. I thank you. Let me just say this. It's so much distraction going on, which is ongoing anyway. We know this. There was something that had went on yesterday with YouTube. I wasn't aware of it in my present reality, all right? I was not aware of this so-called glitch that had went on YouTube, that many videos are popping up about it. People are saying that YouTube had, there was like a lot of errors going on. A lot of people couldn't log on, and they were saying YouTube was shut down, you know, within a time frame, I guess within an hour or whatever. A lot of people couldn't log on their channel or watch other people's channels for whatever reason. It was saying something about error. And you know how people go into fear mode, you know, their mind get to racing. And one thing about that, one must be very, very careful about jumping into conclusions and going into fear mode, okay? Our reality, from what I have learned, okay, based on my spiritual awakening, our reality is due to our thoughts, all right? Our thoughts create our reality, okay? And anything that you put a whole lot of energy on due to worrying, you know, especially about things that are not in one's control, all right? You're putting a whole lot of energy into it. You're pretty much, you know, manifesting that in your world, in your reality. And it's hard for many people to really grasp this concept because, you know, all they know is what they see with these two eyes right here, all right? And, you know, a lot of people don't even know about this eye right here. And a lot of people don't want to know about it because it's taboo. And but the word speaks about it. The word speaks about this right here. But a lot of people don't read the word. That's why they don't know. But anyway, this helps you to see more clearly, you know, what's going on. And also, you know, you learn quickly about, you know, that which you think of, you know, you pretty much create, you pretty much manifest in this reality, you know, as within, so without. Excuse me. And so this morning, you know, when I got up, I was seeing a couple of videos that were popping up, you know, about something that had happened last night with this glitch on YouTube, and I didn't know anything about it because in my reality, you know, I wasn't aware of it. I wasn't on YouTube last night during those times. No, I wasn't. I just happened to hear about it this morning. But a lot of people were saying something about the moon. Some video that was going viral about the moon was going to be hit, blah 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 blah, and it had received a whole lot of views. And they said all of a sudden, you know, YouTube was shut down temporarily, and you know, and a lot of people, you know, will start speculating. You know, well, you know, did something happen to the moon? Did something really happen to the moon? You know, did something really hit the moon? and they don't want us to see, and then people start, going to all this, oh, that's why it's so cloudy, that's why the chemtrails, really heavy and blah, 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 blah. This is my thing. I said it one time and I'm going to say it again. When they say go to the left, you go to the right. When the media is talking about something, instead of going to fear mode and worrying, take the time to meditate on it. Meditate on what they're talking about. All right. We all have this gift of intuition, of being, as far as going within ourselves, receiving answers from within. We all can do it. All right. You would know on the inside to where, your inner man is telling you you need to pay attention to this certain message, or this right here. No, it's nothing for you to worry about. You would know this, but what you have to trust, you're going to have to trust your own intuition. And one thing about our intuition, a lot of times we overlook it, we just always ignoring it, and I was good for that. Before I came to my spiritual awakening, I was good for that. My intuition was right on point, telling me certain people I should have been hanging around, but I ignored it. And I hung around them anyway, and then come to find out, I see why my intuition was telling me to back off, because it wasn't for my highest good to be around certain people, all right? Men or women, I'm just saying, as far as, people that you encounter in your life, everybody that you encounter in your life is not for your highest good. But even though they're not for your highest good, if you choose to go that path, as far as ignoring your intuition and, you hang with these people, there's going to be a lesson. There's going to be a lesson that you're going to learn out of it. Okay? Believe that. You're going to learn a lesson out of it. Okay? People come into our lives for many, 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 many reasons. And like I said, it's either for temporal, or a lifetime. But, they're in our lives for a reason, But when we ignore that inner voice, that still voice that is within us, that tells us to run or tell us that something's not right, we need to listen to it, because it's pretty much, it's trying to avoid you from falling into pitfalls that are ahead, the traps of the enemy that has, shall I say, traps for you ahead. Your inner man knows all of this, and it's trying to keep you from falling those traps, But when you do fall in those traps, you're going to learn a lesson. Like they say, experience is your best teacher. Oh yeah, you're going to learn a lesson out of it, and it's up to you to learn from your lesson and make better decisions, or keep being a fool and going in circles and not heed that which is in you that's trying to warn you, But I only say this because there's nothing really special about me. I mean, I am special. Yeah, I'm going to claim that. I am a child of the Most High God. That's right. I am a child of the light. You are whose you say you are. And many of you are whose you say you are. You need to own it. Own it. Own that which you are. And like I said, in the Word, Christ said the things that I'll be able to do, you will be able to do this, So, and it also say that knowledge is going to increase. And yes, indeed, knowledge is increasing now. Many of you are coming to information you didn't know before. I'm coming into more information that I did not know before. Knowledge is increasing, especially when it starts to awaken. Oh yes, you're going to come into more knowledge, and all this knowledge is within you. And this knowledge that man is not telling you, you're getting this from yourself. All you have to do is trust that which you are seeing within yourself, just like you need to trust that which you are sensing within yourself, that little still voice. You need to trust it and heed it. But a lot of people on YouTube, I noticed they went into fear mode, and they're making videos about this so-called glitch that happened last night on YouTube, and a lot of people are just pulling strings. What could have happened? Let me just say this right here. Just like when 2012, everybody was like, oh, it was this 2012, the world was going to end, and blah, 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 blah. Well, let me tell you this. Something did happen in 2012. Something did happen. To many of people, something did happen. And to many of people, it was like another day. You know, once it hit 2012, it was like another day for many people. Everybody's reality is different. You know, that which you perceive is pretty much based on your view of how you see the world, okay, and one's vibration. All right, I'm learning all of this by and by because, you know, not only has and thanks be to the Most High God, thanks be to the Most High God, my sleep my sleep is sweet again. Those energies are subsiding, so I'm definitely adjusting to these waves of energy. And like I said, they're going to be ongoing. So, you know, don't look at it as though, oh, well, you know, she's doing all that talking about energy, but, you know, I haven't experienced anything. You haven't experienced anything yet. These energies are going to be ongoing. All I was doing is giving many of you symptoms of what I was experiencing. So when you start to have your own symptoms or feeling some type of way, you know, I don't want you to go into fear mode thinking, oh, it's the flu, it's the this, it's the that. No, you know, but if that's your way of thinking, you know, oh, it's a bug and all of that, that's not how you're going to perceive it. But I know better. It was no bug. I wasn't sick. It was no bug. You know, I was definitely experiencing these energies. You know, and you know, like I said, the heart palpitation and the nervousness. My body had to really settle into those energies, and it took me about a couple of days, maybe about I say 4 days, at least good. I would say it took me about. It took me a good, I'd say about 5 days to really settle into those energies, okay? But now I'm adjusting to them, and after a while, you know, it's going to hit again, you know, and I don't know what I'm going to experience when that happens, but it's going to hit again. But every time it hits, you're going to have a different experience, you know. It's pretty much like you're adjusting, but anyway. I don't want to go into all of that. Like I said, many of you are going to have your own experiences, and you are having your own experiences. Many of you are starting to see more now through the veil, all right? Because the veil is thinning, okay? And I'm definitely going to make another video about that because that's very important to talk about. Because I want many of you to get out of fear base because that's going to play a big part in your perception of your reality of what you see out here in this realm, all right? Because a lot of things, you know, it's like the dimensions are coming together like this. You know, it's kind of like, well, I don't want to get into it right now. I don't want to get into it right now. It's not really complicated, but I don't want to go from one topic to the next because I know I'm starting to jump all over the place, and I apologize for that. But the point I'm trying to make is, did something happen to the moon? You know, I didn't even meditate on it, to tell you the truth. I really didn't. But the point I'm trying to make is, had something did happen to some people, they would have noticed something, you know, in the heavenly realms above us as far as something happening, and to others, it would have been just a normal day. That's the point I'm trying to make. Just like 2012 was like a normal day. Once that year hit, it was normal. The next day was normal to other people. They didn't notice any change, but to others, they did notice a change, you know. And many people are noticing change leading up to 2012. I know for me in 2011, that's when I was introduced to sparkles in the sky. I started to see them in 2011. You know, that was interesting, you know. I thought it was an interesting phenomenon. I just happened to be walking outside with my son, and I happened to be looking up in the sky, and I don't know why, because, well, I always been fascinated with the sky. I always have been, but I started looking up at the sky, and all of a sudden it seemed like I started seeing these little beautiful sparkles in the sky, you know, and it seemed like they were just sparkling just for me. And then they started to come down. You know how the cloud come down a little lower, and closer to the earth. What do you call it, fog? It seemed like all of a sudden the sparkles was high up and they started to come down. You know, they moved silently coming down, and it was all around me. It's like I was surrounded by beautiful sparkles. But I was introduced to those in 2011. You know, but in 2012, it seemed like a normal, you know, year to me. I mean, I didn't really notice a change, but it was a change to some people. To some people, they did experience a great change in 2012, and from there on, eventually I started like just little things. It's the little things, you'll start to notice as far as the changes, that you are that you're having. But anyway, I don't want to make these videos long. I just pretty much want to check in to touch base with many of you to please, don't be about fear because that's going to affect your energy, your vibration. It's going to lower it, okay? And you are the child of the light, all right? And darkness cannot stand the light, okay? If anything, darkness wants to put your light out, okay? That's its number one agenda, to put your light out. But we know that where there's light, it overshadows darkness. And watch your thoughts, all right? 'Cause your thoughts is what shapes your reality. And no matter what you hear on the news, no matter what video you're watching, it might have you feeling a certain type of way, due to causing anxiety and a little bit of fear in you. Back off from videos like that, because you'd be surprised. It will affect you inwardly, all right? And before you know it, you're going to start noticing chaos in your life, because it's affecting you, all right? It's sort of like we're all in our own little bubble, in our own little bubble reality. It's crazy how it is, but it's just amazing how, this awesome gift, of coming to this awareness that how our reality shapes, that which we see out here. I mean, not our reality, but our thoughts. That's the point I'm trying to make. How our thoughts, reflects that which we see out here. It's amazing, but, and people don't, and really, just knowing this alone, what is there to fear? You know what I mean? What is there to fear when you know you have the power to shape your reality for good, to prosper? And I'm not talking about financially, and you can't prosper financially, but don't make that your main goal. You want to become spiritually rich. You want to worship the Most High God in spirit and in truth by going within yourself and connecting, making a connection, going within yourself and having that relationship, all right, with Source. That should be your number one goal, not money. Because when you make money your number one goal, you'd be surprised how that will affect you inwardly. Money ties you to this realm. Okay, but when you go within yourself spiritually, spirit and money don't mix. Money is an energy that, it's a tool for this realm, but you don't need it when you go within yourself. The spirit realm doesn't utilize money. That's the point I'm trying to say. So try not to make that your main goal. Your main goal is to connect with Source. All right, and definitely set your intentions. If you want your third eye to be awakened, set your intentions. You want it to awaken. All right, and that you are ready, and you want your third eye to be awakened because you want the truth. And for any other experience that you want to have, just set your intentions and ask, so shall you receive. Ask, so shall you receive. Well, I love you in Christ, family. Thank you for checking me out. I'm going to go ahead and end this video. There's so much more I want to say, but I don't like to make these videos long. I have been testing my gifts. I'm going to say this real quick, too. A lot of you are like me, on the side, you do tarot card readings on the side, okay? And let me just say this right here. Can a person be deceived when it comes to tarot card readings? Yes, you can. Even I can be deceived. And this is something I want to share with many of you. I have learned before I do any kind of tarot card reading to pray first, surround myself with light, all right? You got to always put a protection of armor around you of the light, all right? Always do that. Expand that light that is within you, all around you, okay? And call upon your benevolent family of the light, your guides, your benevolent angels that are assigned to you to protect you, because what you don't want is unwanted low vibrational entities or spirits to come into your space, because like I said, the spirit realm knows all things, and these lower realm spirits or entities, they don't they don't want you to come to certain information, okay? That's for your highest good. So they're trying to block you. So one way they can do that is if you're not protecting yourself, before you do a reading, you can be misled yourself by your own readings because they are blocking you from receiving the highest information from within, from your guides. They're in your energy field, manipulating your energy field. And so even if you're using a pendulum, a crystal pendulum, you still need to always protect yourself. Clear your space out first. That's the point I'm trying to make. Clear your space out first, because before, when I had got started, when I went to do it, like my own personal readings, I just want to say this real quick. I wasn't putting no light around me, and I wasn't protecting myself. I would just start doing it, and I would ask for a sign for yes, a sign for no. For instance, I'm just giving you an example. Like when I was using my crystal pendulum, and it was giving me mixed signals. I know what I normally get, what the answer I normally get for yes, but it was giving me an opposite answer for yes that I normally was not getting. And I said, something ain't right. I'm getting mixed answers, mixed signals. So I tested, and I was asking certain questions that I already knew answers for, and it's like the answers was all over the place. So that's how I knew that I was being manipulated. And then I asked my higher self, I said, is there something that's around my energy field that's trying to deceive me? And I was told yes. So then I knew already I had to put on the whole armor of God. I had to protect myself, surround myself with light, and call upon my guides and my angels to protect me and to clear out my space, all right? And I let it be known, I said my intentions, that which is around me, that's not operating in the highest frequency of love. I do not agree with you. I do not accept you in my space, and I want you to remove yourself. And I set my intentions and cleared my space, and I tested my pendulum again, and it was back on track. It was back on track. So I just want to say this right here. It's very important to clear your energy space, because you can be manipulated, all right, due to spirits, all right, lower vibrational spirits that are out here that like to play games and like to manipulate. These are called familiar spirits, all right. They're familiar spirits, but they're very manipulating. So be mindful when you decide to do a reading for yourself or for others. Always test the spirit first. It's very important. I know my higher self agrees with my beliefs, because I do acknowledge the Most High God, the Father, Abba Father, Abba Mama, Abba Father. I do acknowledge the Most High God, Yahweh, as well as Christ, Jesus, Yeshua. This is who I acknowledge, and my higher self stands in agreement with that. Now, I don't know what many of your beliefs is, but your higher self must be in agreement, all right, with that which you believe, okay? And if it does not, for instance, if it does not acknowledge the Father and the Son, I know mine does, and that makes me happy. That lets me know I'm lined up with source. But like I said, even the word tells you to test the spirit, all right? And it lets you know how to test the spirit, but you got to read it for yourself. So I just wanted to say that, family, always test the spirit first and then do your readings, because you can be misled. And I only say this because I know I wanted to start helping missing children. I've been like testing myself and writing down notes as far as hearing about a lot of stories, a lot of children who have been missing, and I want to bring these children home, because there's so many pedophiles, so many sick people who are low vibrational, and they have no conscience, and they're doing the unthinkable to our children. It's a lot of rituals going on, and this is a month of rituals. And I want these children brought home before the unthinkable happen. And not just children, it's anybody. So I only say this because, a while back here in North Carolina, I think it was in Gastonia, this little boy, I forgot his name, oh my goodness, I can't think of his name right now, but he was missing. And, so I meditated on him, And these are ways, family, you can test your gifts, all right? I meditated on him, and I write down notes, just things that I was sensing from within. I wrote down notes, and I had sensed that, the little boy, he was with his father in the park, and his father, his father said that the little boy had ran ahead of him, and I think he was with somebody else that was talking, but him and his son were playing games. You know how kids, you run ahead of you. The little boy was 6 years old. He was 6 years old and ran into the woods, I think, and his father called for him, and he never came out. But anyway, it was at some kind of nature park, where there's a lake, and I had sensed that the little boy had died. I had sensed that he was no longer living, and I even told my mom about it, and she was like, I sensed that somebody had taken him, somebody that's more like a hermit. You know how you have people that are hermits in the woods, and they know the woods in and out. And you'd be surprised, always somebody watching you in the woods. You may not see them, but they see you. So be careful, family, when you're out, when you're in the woods. Make sure you are protected. You have something on you, a weapon. Always have a weapon on you, okay? Even when you in these parks and stuff, have a weapon on you, mace and a knife. But and keep your phone on you also. But anyway, I had sensed that the boy was taken, and it was some person that's considered as a hermit. That's what I call them. That was in the woods that took him. And they didn't rape him or anything, but I really don't understand why, just take a child, just kill them. But like I said, it's a lot of rituals going on. And for whatever reason, took the boy out. And I sensed also his body was not in that area, but a little further down, but not in the area, but not too far from the area. I say that. Basically, the boy body was not in that park area anymore. That's what I'm trying to make. It was like further down the road, leading away from the park area, and as though somebody had dropped it. Like people kill people, and they throw their body on the side on the side of the road. That's what I had sensed about the little boy. And anyway, and sadly, when the news had came out, and I wrote down some other notes, but I had mentioned to my mom, right? Because this is something new that I'm doing. And my mom looked at me like, kind of like how she did in the beginning when I was telling her about my spiritual awakening and things I've been seeing, how I'm able to see through the veil, and it kind of creeps my mom out a little bit, so that I don't talk to her about too much, because she don't mind listening, but when she started doing like this, I stopped. I stopped. Okay. I'm giving her too much information. She can't handle it right now. But it's always amazing when things come out and I tell her about it, and then well, anyway, they end up finding a little boy. He was dead, and he was over a bankment, out on the side of the road. And did I rejoice about, I was right, ooh. No, I felt real sad. It's like a sorrow came over me. I felt so sad, because I was like, wow, yeah, I was right, but it's like, I wish I would have been able to have, I wish that I was sensing that he was alive. And if he was alive, get an idea of where he was, location, so, they can get to him on time before somebody had took him out. And the point I'm trying to make is, before I did all of this, I had meditated and I surrounded myself with light. That's the point I'm trying to make, family. When you want to do these things, protect yourself first, because you can be manipulated and receive wrong information. That's why a lot of people don't like to deal with psychics. And Hey family, this is an add-on, okay? I apologize. My camera had cut off on me, so I had to do another quick video. I wanted to finish off what I was speaking about when it comes to having a gift, like a sixth sense, just a gift of knowing, to where you can retrieve information from within and using it for good, especially to be able to help those who are lost. Like our children been abducted, men and women, period, but I do have the soft spot when it comes to our children. I want them found, and the sooner the better, all right, before the unthinkable can happen to them. They are our precious jewels, our gems, and they are our future. And for whatever reason, they're being targeted big time. So keep an eye on your children, all right? So anyway, beautiful people, beautiful family. The point I'm trying to make is just me, speaking about that little boy, the fact that I was able to, retrieve enough information to know that he was no longer living, all right? The little boy that I was telling you about that lived I don't know if he lived in Gastonia, but he didn't live too far from where I live. I'm in Charlotte. I think this happened in Gastonia, where he was abducted in some kind of national park with his father. But the point I'm trying to make is, due to the fact that I was able to retrieve information from within myself, all right, and write down notes, trying to get an idea of getting a sense of, whether he was living or not, or what happened to him. This is what I'm doing now, because, like I said, I'm trying to test my gift. So when I do make mistakes, try just basically, it's like a muscle. You have to exercise the muscle to strengthen it, all right? And this is not something you should do once in a blue moon. Do it all the time. Whenever you have an opportunity to do it, do this all the time. Meditate on missing children. Write down notes or whatever of information that you are receiving from within. And even if you don't, call the tip hotline, as far as, giving them information that you have, see, down the road, once more information come out, see, was your information matching their information as far as what they have retrieved based on what your notes, what I'm saying? Because that's what I had did. I didn't call the tip hotline. I had mentioned to my mom, but I didn't do it. And I'm kind of glad I didn't do it, in a way, because it's like I want to do it. I want to call the tip hotline, like if I'm sensing the child still alive. You know what I'm saying? Because still hope. But if I sense that child is not living anymore, I think it's still good to still call, whether they're going to take me serious or not. Because they might look at me as some kind of weird psychic. I don't know how they view people who, talking out of the blue, saying that what they sense, check this area, what they sense. I don't know how law enforcement view people like that. I am that I am, I just have this little inner knowing, and I want to use it for good, to help, my brothers and sisters, and definitely our children, to be found, especially those who are lost or those who have been abducted. So did I call the tip hotline? I didn't. I just jotted down some of my notes, waiting to hear more information, more update. And then once I did, I was like, okay, I did receive confirmation based on my notes that yes, he was deceased, the little boy, and yes, his body was in the air. His body was where I had visualized it was, over, a bankment, off the road. But I really didn't feel anything other than that, but just pure sadness, because at the end of the day, I would like to be wrong to know that he was alive. You know what I mean? But me bringing this up is going back to what I was saying in the first video, or right before my video was cut off. Always make sure you surround yourself with light. You guard your energy space, so you will not be receiving a lot of mixed messages from within. You won't be deceived, you know what I'm saying, as far as from lower vibrational spirits or entities that's trying to detour you as far as you receiving the right information that you're trying to retrieve from within. That's the only point I'm trying to make, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we are dealing with familiar spirits, but you must get to that place of knowing what and who you're dealing with when you go within yourself, okay? And blindly, we all can be blind and we all can be deceived, but like I said, always test the spirit more than anything, and guard your space, all right? Definitely guard your space, all right? But real quick, there's another young lady that I heard on the news that lives in Wisconsin, and she's 13 years old, little, I call her teenager. She's 13, she's a young teenager. And they found her mom and dad dead in the house. And they're not saying how they died, which it's good that they're not saying that, just in case people have tips, you know what I'm saying? They can speak from their perspective of what they believe, that how they, how her parents were murdered, because they're not telling nobody all these things that they're gonna do an autopsy. But anyway, the 13-year-old, her name was Jamie Kloss, and her parents were murdered in their home, and she was taken. All right, and like I said, I'm trying to sharpen my gifts. I don't know everything, family. This is something new to me. This is something that I'm trying to sharpen, all right? So I can be a bit of service to any future events that, as far as me calling in for tips and bringing our babies home. But, I'm praying that I am wrong, to be honest with you. But with her, I don't sense that she's alive. I really don't. And I don't sense she's in the land of the living. I just say that. And I also, sense that whoever murdered her family, is I'm not gonna say a friend of the family, but they know the person. They know the person, and he's Caucasian as well. And I sense that I don't know why I do know why he took her, because she's like a witness to what had happened. Because they did say they received a phone call and they heard commotion, but that's pretty much it. And they said, I don't sense that her parents were shot. I sense that they were pretty much like murdered due to some blunt force, or hit by an object, or stabbed. I'm getting stabbed. And with her, I feel like he choked her out. He choked her out, and she's somewhere in the lake, about within an hour perimeter from within an hour away from her home. I say that, somewhere in the lake. And y'all might say, well, why don't you call? And I did. I prayed about it, and I called last night, but the hotline was jumping. It was jumping. I couldn't get through, and so I just took that as a sign as, okay, well, hopefully they received enough of tips. And they said this morning on the news that they had received like 200 tips, and for people to, to call in, they have any information. But like I said, had I sensed that she was still living, I would have been on it. Just calling, because I would try to like get a more idea of where exactly her location, where she is, But because I've done this before with one woman in California that was missing. She was a jogger, and I had an idea of the location and everything. Did I call? No, I did not. I just jotted down my little notes. But family, the Most High God is not going to give us gifts just to be giving it to us. I truly feel that when you have a gift, it's for us to use, and that's the point I'm trying to make. As you see, I might not be like at this moment using my gift as far as calling the tip hotline, calling these authorities, giving them, ideas. I mean, giving them tips that I have. I guess I don't want to be. I guess I don't want to come out as some kind of freak. Like, oh, we got another nut calling us. But some of these law enforcement, they take people who are considered psychics or intuitive people very seriously, because they know they can kind of tune in to these people locations. They be picking up on their they pick up on that person. I just say it like that. But how it works, I don't know, family. Like I said, I don't know everything. All I know is the spirit realm knows all things. Whether you live in it, it's a veil. They see what's going on with us, and then this realm, and they also know when you're on the other side. Period. So ain't no way getting from the spirit realm. But with many of you who also are intuitive and you have your own gifts, please start jotting down notes. All right, just when it comes to these missing children, meditate on these children, meditate on their name, and visualize that child image in your head, and just try to get a feel of her energy in your body that's moving in your body. All right, because there are many ways of doing this, but I know for me, just try to get a sense of the energy that's flowing in your body, and ask questions, and even look for that small, still voice. But just try to get confirmation whether that child is living or not. Because I truly believe you will get it. You will get it. You will get the answer that you are seeking. And all of this is practice. So, if there is a child that you are zooming in on, as far as meditating on, and that child's alive, that's when you need to really, really take action. Is it good for a parent to know that the child is deceased? It's still good because parents want closure. They want closure. And I say, yes, definitely give that mother and father that closure. They deserve that. At least they would know, and they can move forward. But I'm just saying, I called last night. I didn't call today. I took that as well. Hopefully they received enough tips so they can find her. My high school let me know it's kind of up in the air whether they're going to find her body or not, because it really depends on, somebody giving them the right tip and for them to actually follow that tip, shall I say. Like I said, it's really up to them too, for them to have a listening ear when somebody's calling in and giving them information, and for them to follow up on the information. So, like I said, it's crazy. It's really crazy. But the ultimate reward is, receiving information from within, and it's accurate. Praise be to the Most High God, and it's accurate. And you write these notes down, and you get the information to the right people, to get it in the right hands, shall I say, so they can take action and find that child, all right, before they are abused and discarded, shall I say. All right. It's all about us being our, little brother and sisters keepers. We got to look out for our babies out here. They're our future. But anyway, I love you in Christ. That's all I pretty much wanted to say. And real quick, I did meditate about the moon situation real quick, because a lot of you know I was speaking about that real quick. I sense with that, because I was talking about this situation that happened last night with YouTube being shut down, right? I'm going to tell you what I sense about that real quick, and then I'm going to end this. I did sense that, well, there are always things that's going on the moon, but as far as something hitting the moon, my inner man telling me no, nothing like that had happened. I'm assuming the person who did upload the video that kind of went viral on YouTube, but it's taken down now, they believe at the time, they actually believed that, so that's why they had, posted that information. That's what they were believing, but that's not the reason that it was taken down, all right? There are many people making videos about all kind of conspiracy theories, topics, all right? But when you had that one person that's really hitting on the nail, and they're talking about something they don't want out, they will shut YouTube down for whatever reason, all right? But I don't believe that that's what it was. It was something else, and I believe that whoever had made a video yesterday, their channel is taken down in the present. Whoever this person is, I believe that they was trying to upload a video and it was taken down. Okay, this is what I'm sensing within my being. But as far as any object that's trying to hit the moon, no. Now, could it be like objects huge, like motherships around the moon? Yes, and for something like that, yeah, I can see that right there going on. But I'm not sensing anything, like something drastic, something hitting the moon that can cause, us all to freak out down here, I'm just not sensing that. I'm not sensing that. But like I said, no matter what the case may be, it's nothing for us to worry about, family. Don't be worried about things that are not in one's control. This is your reality. This is your life. It's what you say it is, okay? You are who you say you are. It's what you say it is. So always think positive. Visualize good things, all right? And that's what you're going to see, good things, okay? You're putting the energy in that thought, and that's what you're going to also manifest, okay? So it's all about, the power of your mind and your thoughts, okay? No matter what's going on around you, you're going to have that bubble over you because you are visualizing, life the way you want to see it, and you're thinking positive, and that's what you're going to attract in your world, in your reality. Positiveness, and it's also going to shelter you from the negative things, because for one thing, you're raising your vibration, and these negative things that are lower vibrational, it's like it's not part of your reality. That's why I say, as times go by and things get worse out here, it's not going to affect a lot of people. It's like you're going to be in your own little world, your own little bubble, and chaos is going on all around you, and everybody's complaining, everybody's running to and fro, but you're standing still and in peace. You're in, it's like peace be still is within you, but chaos is going on all around you, and you can't really see it because it's not a part of your reality. Say what you want. But it's the time we're living in, family. This shift, this is the time we're living in. I love you in Christ. I thank you for checking your sister out. And peace and love to you all. Glory and honor to the Most High God. And thank you for your love and supporting my channel. And bye for now. Peace and love to my kings and my queens.